are out and about today because the weather is so much nicer than it was the other day. My gosh. Funny how it totally hailed on me and Ben on the way to school, and yet Donnie got no rain. There's still puddles all around though, so that's pretty cool. I'm just leaving Rockabilly. I had a meeting there about just voicing some concerns. But I really like the owner. He's very cool. And it wasn't even like negative concerns. It was more like ideas that I had or things that I needed to express about the pop-up shop that I run and things like that. So overall, it was really a great day. It was really a great meeting. So a couple days ago, I mentioned that I got a letter from Baxter and I wasn't quite sure what it all meant. So I called them and asked them about that. And basically Baxter, who is the medical supply company, is just changing names. So I'm imagining that they may have their own rules, but from what I was told, there's nothing that they're changing, or the delivery days are still going to stay the same. By the way, my delivery was 3 hours early, and so what I've realized is that I've really got to just plan nothing on the day that I'm going to get my supplies, because I was notified by Baxter with phone call and then email that they would be to my place between 12 and 3:30. So I was just done doing my exchange at about 10ish, and lo and behold, I get a phone call from my delivery guy who's like, "Oh, I'm on my way. I'm about 6 minutes out." And I tell you, thank God I was home, because I actually had planned a meeting that day at 11. And so could you imagine if I wasn't there? Like, I don't even know. I could have them go ahead and deliver it, but they would have to be consciously aware that Smokey is in there. So it's just a disaster altogether. I mean, I can't leave Smokey out on the patio thing, because I think he would probably be able to tear through the screen door and possibly just become a nuisance. I don't even know what he would do if I left home and left him on the patio. So that wasn't an option at all. But thankfully I was home and everything worked out. And I told him, I was like, "You are like hours early and I barely finished my exchange. So what do we do if you're here and I'm doing an exchange?" And he was like, "Well, I guess I would just have to sit in the truck and wait till you're done." So that's a little bit frustrating. So that does happen. I guess my point is if you do get your deliveries, just literally plan on nothing else that day, because you just don't know when they're going to show up at all. I am a little bit peeved because on my supply order, there was not an option for gauze at all. So again, I guess the quest continues for why that is happening. It's ridiculous, because I did have to go buy more at Walmart to help hold me over until I saw my doctor. And it's just ridiculous to me that, again, I'm fully covered and I'm having problems getting these gauzes. Although Beth did give me quite a large batch when I went, but again, I don't understand why my insurance is not taking care of that. Plus the fact that when you have your Baxter order and you go there to order all your specific things, I personally have not bought E-Sept for at least a year. E-Sept is what you use to clean your port area on your skin, and it is a disinfectant, but it's gentle because it is used on your skin daily. Because you use it once a day, you really don't need 2 bottles to be ordered every month. So when I first started, I was ordering the 2 bottles. And then I realized, my God, I have a whole shelf full of E-Sept. And so for the whole year, I'm fine. In fact, I want to say I probably have 3 or 4 whole bottles still in my box. And so because I haven't ordered that, why can't I order gauzes in place of that? Another thing you can order every month is your red clamps. In a box of red clamps comes 12. That is way more than you need. I mean, if you are breaking that many, something's wrong. Either you're too fierce using them, or maybe they're sun rotting, or you're leaving them out places that they shouldn't be. I don't even know, because I live in Tucson, and I don't think having them in our direct sun would cause any damage because they're just super hardy clips. And you wash them, they're totally reusable. It's not like use one, get rid of it. No, you could use one for a whole year. So the fact that you get that whole box available every month with 12 of them is kind of crazy to me. I feel like maybe they should have an area where you special order, where you're like, man, I do need another couple of these, so let me go ahead and put in that. That would seem more reasonable to me than just every month, because again, I haven't ordered those. I haven't ordered face masks. I don't order a ton of the lap pads. I don't order tape every month. So with all of that combined of what I'm not ordering but what is available, why in the world is gauze not available? I just don't get it. And I feel like this is now some type of weird medical game going on, because out of all those things, your gauze and your Alcavis, which is your main disinfectant, are the 2 things that are the most important thing. Like, technically, you might be able to use a paper towel on your lap, although it's not going to shield the bleach from getting on your clothes. I don't know, like, all these things seem to be pretty important, but you don't have to order them every month. So instead of allowing me to order that box of clamps, why don't you just let me order my box of gauze? I don't understand it. I don't know if it's like a power struggle. I don't know if like now it's annoying, so don't give CC to this. I don't know if it's like this is how we're keeping the people down, you know. I mean, there's got to be something that it's just pretty ridiculous. And again, it's not my fault that people took advantage of supplies in the past, where before you could order a whole bunch of gauze, you could order as many of those clamps as you wanted, you could order a new pole. You don't need a new pole, by the way. Those poles are totally lifetime. I mean, you have to really be a complete buffoon to break one of those. And, you know, maybe by chance one does. Maybe that could be on the specialty list of like, well, this month, for some weird reason, my pole broke. Therefore, I need this replacement. But overall, I don't know how you would break it. So why somebody was like, oh, you know, you can just buy all this stuff. It's not my fault. I still have the right to what I need, and that is gauze. And I should not have to buy it myself, especially because I have full coverage. Anyways, I was happy to have my supplies in. And I was even able to move my old supply stock to the side so I could put the new stuff in that spot and then put my old stuff on top, because you always want to exchange them out. You know, you don't want to leave your old box way at the bottom. You want everything to be used, you know. So there's that. I go back next week, no, 2 weeks from now, and I do my collection.